Welcome back to my Lobotomy Corporation bedtime story reading. This is Hitori, and I'll be helping you fall asleep with some ambient audio and awesome OST from our favorite game, as I learn more about Lobotomy Corporation's abnormalities. In the last video, we read about the Silent Orchestra. This time, it'll be Giant Tree Sap. This is now the 61st abnormality in LobCorp reading. Check the entire playlist on the card on the upper right of this video. Let's begin. Giant Tree Sap T-09-80 is a he-tool abnormality in the form of a spherical glass bottle that contains red sap. A brown root engulfs or takes the place of the bottle's neck, partially wrapping around the sides of the bottle. It is contained in a tank, floating in the middle when not in use. Ability. Giant Tree Sap's ability activates when an employee drinks it. The employee will recover all missing HP and keep healing 8 to 11 HP every second for 60 seconds. However, the employee has a chance to explode 20 seconds after drinking it, dealing 30 white damage in a great radius to other employees in the same room. The chance to explode starts at 0% on the first usage and increases by 15% with every further use up to 60%. Note that the explosion probability is tied to the abnormality itself rather than the employees who use it, meaning usage by any employee after the first usage of the day is potentially lethal. The chance to explode will reset back to 0% after an employee who drank the sap explodes or when passing or resetting the day. Log end method. Log end method will be unlocked depending on the interaction amount. 1 use, 4 uses, 7 uses, 10 uses, and 13 uses. Log. The sap of a nameless, gigantic tree that roots itself on the edge of the world. According to the exploration team, there were a large number of life forms around it with a scorched green tint. This was because the sap makes them satiated and contained potent healing agents. However, some of our employees who drank the sap melted, leaving smoldering green remains. Other various experiments confirmed that the probability of melting rapidly increases as more sap is consumed. Many wondered how such a large tree could prosper all the way out in the barren outskirts. The life forms who consumed its sap became its nutrients sooner or later. The tree simply reaped from what it sowed. Method. Subjects who consume giant tree sap instantly recover physically. Furthermore, they will continue to heal over time. Certain subjects who consumed giant tree sap were found to suffer a side effect. Those who endured the side effect exploded and died within 20 to 30 seconds after consuming giant tree sap. The entire section they were in suffered quite damage. Experiments confirmed that there is a positive relationship between the frequency of the consumption of giant tree sap and the probability of exploding. Trivia. The giant tree sap never dries out or is entirely consumed. Contrary to what its logs say, the employees who consume the sap don't melt into green remains, but instead explode and leave organic remains. This may possibly be due to the tree it's said to yield from not being nearby to consume them. It could be classified with trauma because of how the tree this abnormality originates from gets its nutrients, namely by eventually killing the creatures that had fed on its sap. It could also represent dendrophobia, the fear of trees. This abnormality may be based on Yggdrasil from Norse mythology. Just hold the phone. I know we read about the parasite tree before, and it seems like it also had a note that the game file for the English version for the parasite tree is titled Yggdrasil. So I am thinking that we took whatever was on the parasite tree and put it in the bottle, and that's what giant tree sap is all about. Now if you think about it, kind of makes sense, since seemingly I had parasite tree around the same department as where I got the giant tree sap as the tool. But I can't remember if I got it specifically, like for example yin and yang, right? If you get yin, the only tool abnormality you can get in that department is going to be yang. Was it also possible for this one that is also the case? So if you get the parasite tree, you also get the giant tree sap, right? That's just what I'm thinking. But anyway, continuing on to how I view this. As always, tool abnormalities, I don't use them, but I'm pretty sure the first few attempts I had for unlocking the login method for The giant tree sap, I had a few people with exploded heads, so that was already a no for me after that. I'm pretty sure I did not open up until 13 uses. But thanks to the wiki that we just read, now I know what's inside it, and I conclude that it's not worth it. That's just what I have to say about it. Now, if you have tips or interesting details about this abnormality, please comment about it down below. Now, if you have tips or interesting details about this abnormality, please comment about it down below. If you like, you can also catch my stream in Twitch and here on YouTube so that you can assist me if you're a veteran in the game. If you want more Project Moon content from me, please don't hesitate to like the video. You can also support me further with my Patreon. Also, don't forget to subscribe. I'd like to thank my current Patreon supporters that are shown in the screen, as well as my Twitch subscribers. I want to always let you know that I appreciate everything you do for me. Truly. This thanks is also extended to you who's currently watching. Anyway, until next time, I hope you rest easy.